And say hi to everyone. It's been ages since I've come online and had a chat, but I have been guided to do a little bit more of this. There's been a big reason actually why I haven't come onto YouTube or Facebook for a while. So I'm just saying hi. I wanted to just share some insights and some really great awarenesses, mainly because I think the things that I've been dealing with is probably something that a lot of people may be dealing with in other ways. But firstly, I just want to say hi. Hey, everyone. Whether you join live or whether you come in later, say hi, post a comment, say hi below, tell me how you're going. It's been such a long time since I've connected. I get to talk to so many people in my groups, but never really get to chat and say hi to everyone. And to be honest, people always say, look, I love to have a chat with you and I love connecting with you. And so really that's the reason why I'm going to be doing a little bit more of this, is because so many people are actually saying, hey, I want a bit of Kimmy energy. And so I'm here. And it's, to be honest, it's the thinking that stops people from doing these kind of things alive, like really, or a video on YouTube or whatever. It's the thinking that actually stops you from doing it. And really what that's doing is it's stopping you from connecting to people. So it's like, why do that? Especially when we're moving more away from the thinking and into just really just connecting and being together and having really good conversations. And this is something that we talk about a lot in the groups, again, that we've, that I've been running, is we all love really great conversations. Who wants to talk about the weather anymore? Who wants to talk about just what they've been doing and all the drama? Let's have really good conscious conversations. And the reason why I haven't been able to have some really good conversations here is because I receive so much information, not only for myself but for others, so often, that I actually just stopped sharing so much, because there's just too much. I literally receive, no joke of a lie, pages and pages a day of information, not only for myself, but for others and everyone else on the planet. And it was just getting a little bit daunting as to, what do I do? Like, once I get this information, what do I do with it? And it's really interesting. I did watch the movie Lucy last night, and Morgan Freeman said, that's one of the essences of life and why we're here, is to just share what we learn. And I've got some really cool stuff around our next steps and how, as humans, we can move through. People aren't really dealing, we're not dealing as people on this planet. We're not dealing that well with stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on. The message I received yesterday in particular is that we so often want to try and have control over what's going on. We're trying to deal with all these things. But the thing is, the old way of doing that is by planning, okay, what can we do if this happens? What can we do if that happens? The things that we're dealing with now and the stuff that we're going to deal with in the future has never happened before. These things are brand new things. So how can we plan for them? And this is where I think it's really important that we can start to we'll start to use a different way of dealing with things. There's no way we can plan for a lot of the things that are going on. Let's start using different processes, different ways of dealing with things. And again, I don't know about you guys, everyone's got different things going on in their own lives, but the thing is that the situations, and particularly, like, whatever country you're in and whenever you watch this, but the situations that we're dealing with are brand new. There's no way you could have planned as to how you're going to cope with this situation and whatever's going on for you. So what other option do we have? And this is where I was showing we can't go into the thinking to find out what to do about these situations. The best thing to do is to receive something new. So think about, all those very highly talented artists, in particular songwriters and movie producers and authors and so forth. They all have access to what we would call, higher information. They all say, oh, I went for a walk and I just got an idea. I had a shower and I got this idea. This is exactly how we get new information. But I think it's kind of been wrongly labeled as, strange or whatever, because we don't really know where these thoughts come from, where these ideas come from. And in actual fact, this is actually how we're going to start to deal with new situations, is not through the thinking, not through the planning, but receiving new information around what we can do with it. So if you're in a situation that's a little bit tricky and you're not dealing with it very well, I want you to know that you're not meant to be dealing with it very well because you haven't been given the tools to be able to deal with it. And so that's okay. Give yourself a break. It's really brand new stuff that's going on in the world right now. And to be honest, from now on, it is always going to be brand new stuff because we're evolving very quickly, and the things that are happening on the planet are unprecedented. So don't be worried, or don't put pressure on yourself if you haven't planned for this, because it's brand new and it's always going to be brand new from now on. We are evolving quite quickly as a race, and the things that we're going to be dealing with are going to be new. So if you are stuck, I will actually say, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling, uneasy about everything, feelings are actually your own inner GPS. They're your best friends. And I can't get that message enough, across, is that your feelings are your inner GPS. It's the one that's going to show you your pathway and how to deal with things. So if you are feeling bad, it's actually showing you that you are having thoughts based around the past. So you're trying to use past thoughts to deal with future and current situations. And the thing is that these situations are different to things that have happened in the past. You have to use a different system. And then this is a different system, is receiving information around how you can deal with these situations rather than trying to think or plan it. From old situations that are not, they're going to be different moving on. So if anyone's needed to hear this message, that is awesome, and I hope that helps. If you've got any comments or anything, just pop them below. I will personally say, because I received so much information, I stopped sharing it because it was overwhelming. But again, I know that the overwhelming is just a thought, and it's just me getting in the way, and it doesn't help anyone if I don't share any information. So if you guys, and again, this is why I'm doing lives and also, chatting on YouTube, is because I'm only as good, I can only receive as good information through conversation. The best way for me to get information is if someone has a question for me, or if someone wants to know something, or especially if you have an issue, bring it on. I love dealing with things because, again, I can see what we need to do. I know what we need to do. I get told what we need to do moving forward, and how we can deal with stuff moving forward. So I'm going to try and no longer be a stranger, kind of hiding in my little cubby hole here and not sharing. As I said, I'm going to bombard because that's just why we're here. That's what we're meant to be doing. There is no other greater purpose other than sharing what we learn, what we know. So many theories moving forward, that we can do things so differently in the future. I'm super excited about the future. I'm super excited about this next generation coming through, who are no longer sticking to our own traditional beliefs. They will push us. They will push us a lot around our old beliefs around how we do things, because we're meant to be doing different things moving forward. And I think there's great potential for all of us in the future, but we have to stop doing the things that we've always done. And that's thinking about stuff that happened in the past and how we dealt with things in the past. We have to do things differently. And I'm going to share as much information as I get in different various forms on Instagram, on YouTube, Facebook here. This is a really cool platform that I love, and lots of different places. But again, if you've got questions, if you're wanting to know more, I just will receive it. I will receive it. You just ask and I will receive the information for you, because I'm super interested too in what else we can learn. And that's the best way to find out, is to ask the questions. So Nice to see you. Nice to hang out with you. Please, let's just keep these conversations going. I have been shown in the future, once we move out of thinking and more into receiving information, we're all going to have these amazing conscious conversations about real things, about things that really matter, and things that really open us up to just loving each other, being here together, and having a great time together. We're allowed to do that. And really starting to create a life that we want, rather than having a life that we don't want and being helpless, or not having any control around what's going on. I know that once we started adopting these new processes, and moving away from the old paradigm of how we did things, and if you feel bad about anything, don't you worry. It's actually just your inner GPS saying that you've gone back into the old ways and you're ready for a new way. Any bad feeling is just saying that. Please reach out if you have bad feelings, bad thoughts, because they're the things that are saying, these thoughts and feelings that you're having are actually telling you what old paradigm concepts that you're trying to carry into the future, that is actually going to be a different situation. It's not going to be the same. Thank God for that, honestly. So, okay, I'm just going to keep going, keep sharing, keep doing. You can actually do things without thinking. It's funny, I have a story about, even we think about going to the toilet, we think about going to do the dishes, we think about, I have to go and do such as, well, actually, no, you can do things without the thinking. You can just do it, and you'll find that you'll get so much more done when you do that. So, I will see you next time. I'll keep popping in, but please, let's keep the conversations open. If you want to make any comments, if you want to ask any questions, please tag me, and I'll continue getting more information and sharing, because that's what we're here to do. And of course, we're just here to have fun together and enjoy our life, which I want for you as well. So I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.